Today's flow is going to be just kind of thinking of this idea of like seeing the bigger picture, because sometimes we can tend to kind of get in our heads and kind of get this narrow focus. And so with today's flow, it's going to be like like around the world flow, where I guess it's where we'll just move from one side to the other, but just kind of taking in this whole landscape of where we are and what we're doing and where we want to go. I think it's important to kind of keep that openness. So, with that, we will begin just on all fours today. So, and if you want to have any blocks, you're welcome to grab them. We might use them in a little bit later in the practice. But go ahead and come to all fours, really spreading those fingers wide. Your wrists are under your shoulders, knees under your hips. I want you to just take a moment to ground here. So feel the tailbone lengthening down as the crown reaches forward. And as you begin to breathe here, really breathe in all directions. So out, down, up, back, all the directions. Just see if you can really take in those deep, full breaths. Good. And then we'll begin to move into a cat-cow, tucking the toes if that feels good for you, keeping the engagement in the core as the belly kind of falls and you look forward, arching the spine. And then as you exhale, really push the mat away, untuck the toes, and you can even bring your hips back further towards your heels just to kind of open the low back. Good. Inhale brings you forward. Really open, glide the shoulders down the back. And exhale, really push the mat away. Good. A couple more times with your breath, just like this, just beginning to awaken the spine, awaken the body, connecting movement with breath. This is where we find that healing occurs, transformation, and it allows us to come into the present moment. Next, inhale brings you to neutral spine. Tuck the toes, gently lift, downward facing dog. Good. Making any movements here that you would like. Bending one knee, then the other. And we'll come to a moment of stillness, feet about hip width apart, and just let those heels kind of come down towards the mat as the tailbone reaches up to the back corner where the wall meets the ceiling. Next, inhale lifts the right leg up, three-legged dog, keeping that right foot flexed. It's not about how high it comes up here, just feeling that stretch. And then bending the right knee, bringing the right foot in between the palms here. Finding our way to a high lunge. So inhale, lifting up. Really finding your strength and your grounding, keeping that right knee over the right ankle. Elbows are kind of bent and shoulders are soft. Good. Right hand reaches for that left knee. Just really reach, kind of coming into a slight back bend and twist here. Good. And exhale, left elbow to the right thigh, coming into a twist. Once you really push into that back heel, pull the navel in as the hands press into one another and you open the chest to the right. Breathe here, connecting with your strength. Good. One more breath. And on the exhale, we're going to lower the hands down and then rotate our hands to the long edge of the mat. and bend into that right knee. So keeping that right knee bent, the left toes flex up, coming into Skandasana here. So opening up through the inner thighs. Good. Next, inhale lifts you up, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Good. I want you to just hang loose here. This is where if you'd like to bring the ground to you, just to stay grounded, bringing a block to the forehead, you could even set it up like this. And the reason for this, not only are we stimulating that third eye point with the blocks, but we're offering support. So we're staying grounded, connecting with our intuition, kind of activating that. So just opening up here, letting the head rest or hang loose if you don't have the blocks. Either way is great. Good. And if you do have the blocks, we'll go ahead and remove them. Bringing the hands under the shoulders, bring the left hand under the face, and then the right arm reaches up. Good. So opening up here. Really breathe. Keep length in the spine. Exhale brings the right hand down. Replace it on the floor. Left arm reaches up. Good. Opening on this side. Maybe noticing any differences. Exhale brings the left hand down. Good. And this time we're going to bend into the left knee, right toes point up, coming to Skandasana with the right toes pointing up. Breathing into that right side. This is where we are going to kind of come full circle, just seeing all that is here. The darkness and the light. Good. And we'll press into that right foot, but we're going to turn to face the back of the mat. And the left foot is going to point towards the back. And we're going to do that same little flow on this side. Good. Once you find your grounding, we'll inhale, coming to a high lunge. Keeping those hips square, pulling the navel in, shoulders are soft. Breathe. And then exhale, bring that left hand to the right thigh, coming into that slight twist. Really reach and open. Seeing the landscape from a different point of view on this side. Good. And exhale, keeping length in the spine as the right elbow comes to the left thigh, palms together. Press into the palms as you twist from the navel. Press into that back heel. Really find your length and your strength here. Letting go of past views, letting go of anything that no longer serves you, so that we can open up to clarity. Good. One more breath. Good. And we'll gently release, bringing the hands down to frame the left foot. And again, we're going to walk to that wide-legged forward fold. Option to have the blocks again if you'd like that support. Or just bringing the head down and letting the head hang loose, your fingers in line with your toes. Good. I want you to just kind of relax here, allowing yourself to open to possibilities, seeing things from different angles, being open to creative solutions. Things come when we kind of keep an open heart, an open mind, and allowing things to just kind of sit for a second. Good. And we'll bring our hands up under the shoulders again, coming to that flat back. This time, heel toe the feet in. We're going to come to our Malasana squat. So wherever feels best for you, bringing the hips down and then pressing the elbows into the thighs as the thighs press into the elbows. So keeping this active. You can always put a block under your sit bones just to kind of lift you up. But grounding back down, coming back to what matters most to you. Really anchoring in your values so that when we do move forward, keeping that open heart, that open mind, that we always stay true to ourselves. Always. When we live in our truth, when we live in our authenticity, that is when we are in our greatest alignment, and that big picture just kind of falls into place. Good. One more breath here. And we'll slowly begin to take the hands behind you. We'll come to a seated position to end our practice. We'll gently bring our hands to heart center. Taking a moment to close the eyes and bow down to your heart and just offer deep gratitude, deep reverence for this life that you're living, for taking time to just open and see what's here, to be with it all, to hold space for it all. I honor the light in you, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this short little flow, just kind of to open up and let go a little bit to the unfolding of our lives. So again, I always invite you, if you'd like to kind of rest in that, if you'd like to grab a journal, please do so. Journal what maybe that bigger picture might look like, and be open to that shifting, as well as like things coming to you in different ways that you didn't even imagine, you know. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Really means a lot to me. And as always, share on lightly.